Today's episode is brought to you by No Thanks to You.
By the power of Grayskull.
Well, I watched Masters of the Universe Revelation, because I can't really call it He-Man anymore, and it's very, very nostalgic baiting. I mean, like, my nostalgia wasn't on overload. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I hate to say this, but the 2000X series just was way superior.
No.
Like, is it woke? A little. It's not as woke as what the fandom is gonna say.
Hollywood has taken something beloved by a huge fan base, something that speaks to the childhoods of so many.
Before we get to anything, I just gotta bring this all up because I can. And that is, there's three categories I realize when it comes to bad pop culture. It's the Star Wars test, people call it. Is it Phantom Menace, where it's shitty, but you just lie to yourself that it's good for so long, and then you realize it sucks? Power! Is it Rise of Skywalker, where they throw so much shit at you that you don't really realize that it sucks? They fly now! Or is it Last Jedi, where you gotta take an immediate rape shower because how violated you felt after watching it? Before I continue, let's bring on today's sponsor. No thanks to you.
Yep, no thanks to you. We don't get any fucking hype, anything that really matters.
And truly, there's few men in today's entertainment landscape better versed in playing the shitty Hollywood spin game than the withered, deflated husk that was once Kevin Smith.
And his SJW allies, as if our memories are disposable commodities to these woke wankers.
The woke movement shouldn't be called the woke movement. It should be called being an asshole movement, because that's literally what you're being. You're saying how you want to stop the oppression of this, and you want to get more diversity by cutting out a marginalized group. You're against religion for being oppressive when you do the same fucking thing.
It's one of the unavoidable truths of our time that when you play shitty games, you win shitty prizes.
I said in another video that I think it's kind of funny how we live in a society, I know I sound like
Whatever.
where things are so reversed. I think Bill Burr pointed it out best.
Young people are acting like old people.
Seriously, when you're young, you're supposed to break the rules, not make new ones.
That's the way I see it, sue me.
You're basically the Holy Roman Empire.
Go fuck yourself.
Now on to He-Man. Speaking of double standards,
I mean, come on!
Netflix care more about their checklist than telling a good story, giving the people what they want, and as soon as you complain about it,
You're so istphobic.
Oh my.
Imagine if you paid to see Kanye, and then he just left the stage, and then MC Hammer came on.
This joke of a show isn't about He-Man at all. This is a show about Teela and her female friends as they try to save Eternia when He-Man, and seemingly all the other males in the show, fail and fall.
sorry, but when we want to watch He-Man, we want to watch He-Man, not Teela.
Sooner or later, the financially and creatively diminished forces of Hollywood will sink their claws into it.
They care nothing for our modern myths.
And besides, you have a female-fronted Master of the Universe
For the honor of Grayskull.
called She-Ra, and you fucked that one up by turning it into Steven Universe.
You think I keep her on a leash?
There's a few pros and cons. Pros. Awesome voice cast. I mean, you got fucking Mark Hamill as the voice of Skeletor, fucking Lena Headey as fucking Eva Lynn, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Teela,
Liam Cunningham is Man-at-Arms.
Henry fucking Rollins. Bill Dauterive, Oppenheimer himself, the original voice of all the He-Man characters, is the voice of Moss Man. Kevin Conroy is Merman. Jason Mewes is Stinkor.
Get your soap stinking fingers off my merch, you dirty merc!
Yes, they didn't bring in Stinkor. Who cares? Cons. Other than its Teela story after episode 1.
But why?
Because episode 1 literally starts with He-Man and Skeletor dying at the end. And Teela rage quits and gets a fucking dyke haircut.
You're so homophobic.
Seriously, if you don't spot the long, wistful looks they keep shooting at each other, you're about as observant as Teela herself.
You have to throw in your agenda more than a fucking good story. Like, you can't have a show called He-Man or Master of the Universe and not have it be about He-Man. It has to be about the female-fronted, strong female character type because, you know, you have to have your little fucking bull dyke checklist.
What the fuck?
That's when the show basically self-destructs.
She wasn't just a bitch, she was a fucking cunt.
She got a big chip on her shoulder over some shit where I'm like,
You need to get over that. You acting like you acting like a teenager right now. You're carrying this through the whole series.
Like, we're not gonna even call her Teela anymore. We're just gonna call her the cunt.
Seriously, the entire universe is at stake here. You know, the thing that you live inside? If that doesn't motivate your lazy, selfish arse to help out, I don't know what will.
And then what happened?
Turns out one of the most iconic castles in animation was just an illusion all along, to conceal this much better, majestic Hall of Wisdom, which is rainbow colored.
And the second episode's cool.
But why?
Because it's a big power vacuum, and Triclops is running Snake Mountain and turning it into a tech cult, giving me total Borg vibe.
No way!
And along the way, the script finds time to humiliate and in some cases kill off established characters from the classic show.
Come on!
Every scene with He-Man and Skeletor are all flashbacks. Man-at-Arms is kind of there, and Beastman and Eva Lynn have teamed up with Teela and her girlfriend, but...
Whatever.
Flash forward an indeterminate period of time, and Teela's making a living as a Tomb Raider / mercenary, selling her services to the highest bidder, alongside her diverse, let's call her friend.
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind game.
The one who hires Teela in that episode is obviously Eva Lynn, and magic is now gone out of Eternia. They gotta find magic again. Third episode's okay, I mean...
Come on! The Sea Leech has no time to hear your pitiful pleas for life. But I have enough time to hear you die.
You traitorous trout.
Like, yeah, you've been hanging around Skeletor for a while.
Fourth episode got me. It's all about Orko.
Look! I'm doing it!
You find out why he's called Orko, because he mispronounced the word oracle, because he was supposed to be an oracle.
And then what happened?
He sacrifices himself.
It's okay. I'm not afraid.
They go to Subternia, which is the land of the dead. They meet Scareglow, and being voiced by Candyman himself.
Your fear crying out.
And it ends with Adam and Preternia, which is their heaven.
No!
Perf double toasted.
Man, that last episode, they did something, and I
know.
And I tell you, they got me off guard. I like, shit!
I'm on the final episode. Let's see how they will fuck it up.
Just what you guys wanted to see, right, folks?
He's about to say by the power of Grayskull. Skeletor shows up and gets the power sword and becomes, yeah. And it cliffhangers because we gotta wait for the other half. All in all, I want to watch the next one. I'm hoping we get more He-Man in the other half of the fucking series.
Come on!
I always rooted for Skeletor, so that's why I love the twist ending when Skeletor killed off Adam. The fact that you brought him back just to kill him off again is stupid! I say this Masters of the Universe series is more of a Phantom Menace meets Rise of Skywalker. It's not, I don't quite feel like I want a rape shower because the things they threw at me. It's more of a Rise of Skywalker. They threw so much shit at me, so much nostalgia bait, so much callbacks to everything, and the voice cast is awesome that you don't notice it sucks as much because by the end of the 5 episodes, all the good male characters get killed off.
So the gist of the show is that these 3 powerful independent ladies have to go on an epic quest to put right everything that got screwed up by their dumb, incompetent male predecessors.
Kill off He-Man at the very beginning of the series to go to their version of Valhalla or Preternia. You meet all the other different He-Mans of history, only bring them back to the land of the living and then kill them off again. So there's no strong male characters, even though this is fucking He-Man.
What the fuck is
It's only 5 episodes, but
Go fuck yourself.
Kevin Smith, like you've lost your fucking edge. Your last 2 movies were just jack sessions to yourself. You're just nothing but a fucking shill. Is he as bad as fucking Seth Rogen? No. Seth Rogen's still worse. So many fucking Easter eggs. I spotted a lot of them. Like, I'm not even gonna do an Easter egg video because all these don't get laid will probably do it worse than me. Other than seeing Hero and all the other pre-He-Man, there's a few upgrades I like. I like that how Cringer talks again. That's kind of cool because that's the only thing I didn't like about the 2000X series. Roboto's awesome too, and so is Beastman. They split the sword, which is very reminiscent of the toy. Bonding moment with Orko and Evil Lynn.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
It has kind of a, if you've seen my review on Criminal War, first half's awesome, second half has a dumb double standard. Adora can be She-Ra full-time, but Adam can't be He-Man full-time.
And then what happened?
The Phantom Menace is kicking Kevin Smith when he's down and same old shit. One side, bitching about another side, calling him is.
I think it's about time Castle Grayskull had a makeover. Why don't we start with a tampon machine?
Oh,
no!
Kevin Smith is the best example of friends. Don't let friends go vegan. Otherwise, you'll make a shitty He-Man series and you'll cry about everything like a little bitch.
So when it comes to He-Man and Kevin Smith, apparently his co-workers, they were ashamed of his behavior. They went out, they mocked him openly, and this stuff, oh, it is absolutely hilarious.
But I'll say it again, Seth Rogen's still worse. Come on! I've actually watched part 2 of Master of the Universe Revelation, and while it doesn't make up for the first half being the T-list show and basically raping everything we like about He-Man, a little bit. I mean, yes, we even get Hulk He-Man, but he reverts back to pansy-ass Adam as soon as his dad gives him a hug.
Really? Why?
It's Netflix, you know, their fucking requirements, but enough about that.
In our country, you can shoot and kill a nigga, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
All the stuff they put in there is to make up for how much they fucked it up in the first half.
Get out! I strip you of your title and banish you from the palace!
The writing is, like Double Toasted says, very childish.
For me, at this point, the novelty is kind of worn off. Because it's cool seeing the toys that you loved made a little bit edgier.
Because it's very Kevin Smith. They even make a joke about Fisto being called Fisto.
And if you're wondering if there's fisting jokes or puns in here, oh, you bet.
Of course, Teela, a little more focus on her, obviously. But she becomes a sorceress because her mom, the sorceress, dies. Which, they also did that in the war. Obviously, because of Dark Horse doing the prequel comics, Skeletor is no longer Keldor, the brother of Randor. He's a demon from another dimension, and...
you need to see this for yourself. There's a weird scene in here where Skeletor is trying to make out with somebody. And he ain't got no lips,
No
man.
lips.
It's weird. I lost everything over ass.
Yeah.
Then Evil Lyn gets the power sword and becomes the main baddie.
Oh, and of course when that happens, your head gets shaved.
Which kind of works. They change her origin story instead of being the daughter of the baseless one.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet, my daughter.
She was just some street rat whose parents tried to eat her. That's pretty dark and kind of stupid! But, you know, feels like the kid from Axe Cop wrote it.
I don't work the day shift or the night shift. I work the always shift.
And then big cliffhanger is Skeletor goes back to fucking Snake Mountain and gets turned into some cyborg looking thing with the motherboard. You find out the motherboard is the evil Horde, which is kind of cool. I like that. They finally are bringing in Hordak into this type of Motu thing. But again, how are they supposed to do that and have that Steven Universe reject that they call the She-Ra show?
I did it. All of it.
Like again, does this make up for the first half just being such fucking woke bullshit? I have to say yes and no. It's like the Rise of Skywalker. All in all, first half was a big kick in the nuts. Second half gave us some ice for our nuts, we'll say. It's not so bad. It kind of makes up for it, but you can totally tell it's because they fucked up in the first half. But all in all, I give this series like...
Blah, blah, blah. Women.
I go into detail, but you know, I'm just basically just trolling all of you anyway.
So, whatever. I'd say special thanks to people, but I gotta go on Sub Pals and YT Pals just to try to get 100 views on here because the algorithm could... Coming soon to both Lost Anarchy magazine and the WatchMojo channels. We got some badass graphic novel reviews.
Hell, it's about time.
Check out our Patreon and link in the description as you tell. Shout out to our patron, Count MoriVond, my homie from the Rainbow. I'm not gonna say what he does, but this guy is badass. Check out his channel. He does a lot of stuff on satanic poetry and other satanic Bible studies. And also a shout out to one of our other newer patrons, Janitor Jakes. I've been a fan of his for years and...
Talk about nostalgia, huh?
And of course, shout out to our usual patrons, Ryan Zacher and the Fly Attractor. Aren't you the generation that's ADD?
Come on!
Aren't you the one who watched TikTok, which are like less than 30 seconds of like a bunch of
bullshit? And that's what you guys are.
Bullshit.
Shit!
Doesn't this cafeteria have a no fags allowed rule?
Oh yeah, they seem to have an open door policy for assholes though, don't they?
You guys are raised on deconstruction.